Jarvis. Hallelujah. I feel so much smarter. Listen, I'm from Terrell, Texas. Population 12,248 people. I am the epitome of that's my baby from my grandmother. That's my baby. I am the dream personified. My grandmother, Estelle Marie Talley. First of all, thank you, President Newman. Thank you for this. Thank you for allowing me to come down here and share in this. And God bless you guys, and I'm so happy for you. And the energy that you have, let that keep burning, because you can see my energy. I don't ever stop, because I know where I came from. I know what was put inside of me by my parents. I was adopted at 7 months, but luckily, a lady by the name of Estelle Talley and Mark Talley adopted my mother, then turned around and adopted me. And although I've been in this business for 30 years, I've been in this business, I know, don't look, black don't, it don't, black enhances, you know what I'm saying? But even though I've been in this business for 30 years, I keep my Terrell roots. There's two guys over here right now, Joe Wilson from Terrell, Texas, who was my running back when I was a quarterback, the Terrell Tigers, and my guy, Gilbert Willie, who was instrumental in helping this come together. The reason that I have those friends, and that's what you gotta do, you gotta hold on to your friends. The friends you got right here are gonna be the ones 30 years from now when you out there and Hollywood is wilding out, and y'all know what I mean. There's some people out there, wilding. They keep me together. They call me and say, right there they say, Fox, don't forget where you came from. Eric Bishop, don't forget where you came from. And I remember Gilbert's kids was 4 years old, and they walked up my house and out in Hollywood, and they saw my daughter, and he said, hit it. And the kids said, Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, Joshua, Judges, Ruth, 1, 6, 7, 1, 7, Kings, 1, Ezra, Nehemiah, Job, Psalm, Perfect, Ecclesiastes, Psalm, Isaiah, Jeremiah, Lamentations, Ezekiel, Hosea, Joel, Malachi. He said that to my daughter. I said, oops, because we were always taught that by age 4, 5, 6, we know the books of the Bible. My daughter now, Annalise Estelle, she now knows all the books of the Bible. So your friends are the most important thing. When you get out there and start doing your thing, your friends is what's gonna hold you. And when it comes to the arts, that singing, where you at, brother? What was the brother that was, yes. I see the hand, I see you. Hey, hallelujah, testify, hallelujah, hallelujah, Do not give up on your dreams. Somebody told me, I told somebody by 26 I was gonna be famous. They laughed me off the phone. And so what happened was, my grandmother made sure I learned how to play the piano, but she said, you're gonna learn classical music. I said, why classical? She said, because it's gonna take you on the other side of the tracks. And I said, Granny, what you mean? I'm gonna be able to go on the white side of town? She said, no, fool. What I'm saying is that you're gonna be able to go across the metaphoric tracks. You'll be able to go anywhere with your music. You can go anywhere and sing and anywhere and dance and do your thing, and people understand it. So I went to college on a classical piano scholarship. I ended up going, thank you so much. Get all I can. I ended up going to a college called International University. And my grandmother always told me, she says, listen, you gotta learn, you gotta meet other people. Once you leave, you gotta meet other people. My school had 81 different countries represented. Right. And you know, in Texas, in Texas, it was black, whites, and Mexicans, right? So it was simple, you know? And then when I got to college, I see somebody that looked, like a brother. I said, what's up, brother? He said, bonjour. I said, wait. What part of Texas is that? But my music in that college, I never forget meeting with all of those guys, and we started connecting. And they used to call me Spackle. spackle was, you know what spackle is, in between the bricks, right? Because that was the first time I met a Jewish person, the first time I met a Palestinian. Didn't even know what that was. They was arguing about the Gaza Strip. I said, is that a strip club? I don't know what is that? But after the argument, I said, but we here, man, but this music connects us. So every week, I would learn other music. I would learn things. I would learn from child prodigies from China, child prodigies from Japan. And next thing you know, my music started to enhance. And next thing you know, I started doing my jokes because I was always funny, right, in high school. Yeah? And the one thing you gotta learn is fearlessness. That's one thing you gotta have. When I went on stage for the first time in LA, I was great at doing impersonations. And one day I'm doing my impersonation, I go to my Mike Tyson impersonation, and I'm burning up LA. I get to my Mike Tyson impersonation, and nobody laughs. Because Mike Tyson is in the audience. It's like 91, right? So he's in the audience, and I get to that joke, and the guy yells out, Mike is in here! And I was like, oh, stuff. Oh, it's Christian College, I don't want to say what I said. Oh, shucks. And then I was like, I didn't know what to do, and the girl in the front, it was a black girl in the front row, like, what you gonna do? You gonna tell your little jokes, then? You scared? You gonna tell your little joke? And the guy that was with Mike said, do the joke. But that shucks better be funny. And I was like, oh, snap. So I did the joke, got a standing ovation. I think the joke was like, Mike worked at the Kentucky Fried Chicken drive-thru or something. And I went through the drive-thru and all I heard was, hi, welcome to Kentucky Fried Chicken, may I take your order? Mike Tyson, heavyweight boxing champ in the world. Right after that, Mike Tyson ran up to me and said, there he is! There he is, come on, you crazy as hell, I wanna hang out with you. He hit me in the chest, I almost passed out. But from everything that I learned as a kid, started to coming into play. I love to have a good time, always have a good time. If you can figure out a way to do your work, and have a good time, do that, because it helped me. Because once I got on this show called In Living Color, and I played this character named Wanda. But when I got on that show, I was the 8th funniest person on that show. It was Damon Wayans. It was 95,000 Wayans. It was a lot of Wayans. It was Jim Carrey. It was all of these greats, and I started learning. And I said, wow, this is amazing. I'm living my dream because of my fearlessness. And then you gotta have your hustle. You gotta have your hustle. Don't rest, because right now look at that phone in your hand, it's easier now. You can do whatever you want to do. You put it on your phone, put it on your Instagram, whatever it is you do. I always kept my hustle. I would throw parties, and I would throw nice Christian parties. We read the scriptures. There's a lot of wine that was reading. Jesus turned wine around. Anyway, but I would throw parties, but there was a reason behind the party, because I wanted to sing, young fella. I wanted to sing, and while I was doing the stand-up comedy, no one said I would be able to sing because it wouldn't take me seriously. I remember being dressed as Wanda one time on the set, and Teddy Riley, y'all too young to know who Teddy Riley is. Y'all know who Teddy Riley is? Yep. Groovy. Jesus. So Teddy Riley, I know you gotta go. So Teddy Riley, this is my hustle. Teddy Riley is on set, but I'm dressed as Wanda, and Teddy hadn't seen the character yet. So they say Teddy's getting ready to leave, so I went and grabbed my cassette tape, which was my demo tape. Y'all don't know what cassettes are, but I had a cassette tape. You know how you have to twist it to get it to the front. You know what a cassette tape, y'all, but don't be acting like standing here. Y'all know what I'm saying. I get my cassette tape and I'm running down the hallway, but I dressed as Wanda, and I'm trying to catch Teddy Riley. And I said, Teddy, I do music. And he turned around, he said, impossible. I said, no, Teddy, for real. He said, nah, he thought it was a joke. So what I started doing, because I was always partying, we would always have people over at the house in Terrell, I started throwing parties, but every time I threw a party, I would invite musical guests to hang in my party, put a studio in my crib so they could leave me music, because I'm trying to get in. One particular party, it was for Puffy. Back when, you guys know who Diddy is, right? I'm just checking, you never know. So I throw this party for Diddy, and Diddy is huge at the time. And Diddy had just threw a party in Philly for $1.5 million. I said, you out of your mind. I said, I'll throw a party in LA for $400 that will rival your party. He gets to my crib, and while Diddy was there, Missy Elliott at that time was come on. You know what I'm saying? So imagine that at its height, or at my little house, right? And at that party, it was Puff and Missy were like the biggest stars, but there was also a star to be standing on the wall that nobody knew. You know who he was? It was Jay-Z. So I walked up to him and said, hey, nice party, this is crazy. It's a really nice party, it's crazy. Jay-Z is at my house. That's what I mean about the dream. And the next thing you know, I go out in my garage and there's a tall guy and a skinny, little shorter guy, and there was, the little short guy was like, yo, it's like this all the time, B, like, karaoke and Missy and Puff. I said, yeah, who are you? Oh, we the Neptunes. My name is Pharrell, right? So next thing you know, a guy walks in, his jaw's busted. He got a backpack on. Who was it? It was Kanye West. I know. But it was the Kanye West back then. And they say he raps. I said, he rap. He freestyled. He was amazing. He was amazing. That's why when I see what's happening, I still got something right here. I ain't gonna get into all that because on the camera's right, but there's still something right here, and we're gonna get it right. We're gonna get it right. We're gonna get it right. Because if you're a real friend, that guy's my real friend. So I can't, I still got jokes though. But he says, I got a song that I think that you will be good on, and I want to show you the song. I said, what? I've been trying to get into the music business. We go into the studio, and he says, the song goes, she says she wants some Marvin Gaye, some Luther Vandross, a little, and I said, stop, I got it. She says she wants some Marvin Gaye and some Luther Vandross. He said, what you doing? I said, I'm putting the R&B on it because you don't know what you're talking. This is the R&B. He said, don't do that. He said, just sing the song simple, and it'll be what it is. I sung the song begrudgingly, thinking that it wasn't gonna go anywhere. I went off and did a bad movie for 8 weeks. I came back. The song was #1 in the country. We went from there to a movie called Ray Charles. You know what? And now, after your hustle, now it's your preparation. Preparation. Here's a moment right now where I can really put my flag in the sand. I get a chance to meet Mr. Ray Charles. I meet Mr. Ray Charles, he comes down the hallway, and I said, Mr. Charles, I'm just trying to do the best I can to do your movie. Hey, you know what? If you can play the blues, man, you can do anything. So we sat down, and there I am, Terrell, Texas, population 12,247 now, and there I am with Mr. Ray Charles, playing on dual pianos, playing the blues.
Yes.
It can happen.
Yes.
As we're playing the blues, however, he moved into some Thelonious Monk. I don't know if you know what that is, but it's pretty tricky. Make sure you Google that, young fella, Thelonious Monk. Stay on your gut, stay educated. And as we play at Thelonious Monk, I hit a bad note. And Ray Charles said, hey, now why the hell would you do that? And I was like, I'm sorry. He said, and this is what you gotta remember, this is the one thing that I'll leave to you. He said, hit the right notes. Take your time to find the right notes and hit the right notes. All right? So I did that. I finally got it right. He gets up, he walks out, he says, hey, the kids got it. And the next thing you know, we got an Oscar. Then we did a song called She Take My Mind When I Leave You. Yes, she's a friend. Oh she's a girl that needs some Jesus. Jarvis Christian. I was ecstatic because we ended up winning an Oscar, we ended up winning the Grammys. My friends from Till, we all shared in that experience. Keep your friends with you, keep your hustle alive. And I'll say this, out of all of the awards, this is the most special. To see you guys' faces, to see what you're about to do, and where you're about to go. You live in a very tricky time. Me and my friends, we were able to live off of the hard work of the people up here as far as the civil rights movement. So we didn't have the bumps and bruises that you're having right now when you see what's happening with police and our relationship with them and these different things that are right in your face. But I gotta commend you as young folks. You are a lot more fearless than I think we are. So we're dependent on you. You need me for anything, President Newman, I'm here. He said, would you please Skype? I said, Skype, man, I'm from Texas, dog. I'm coming down here to hang out with you guys. Thank you so much. This is the biggest honor. Peace to you.